Look, HP refresh today.
Yeah, no, today's the day. Today's the day. I'm gonna be a good friend to you all here, and I'm gonna give you the quick recap, which is that Iris
Wow.
booped into another dimension, came back after
It's true.
meeting red-eyed monster thing in the sky. And then you all headed to the hotel where you didn't do a whole lot. Wilbur had multiple weird encounters with the hotel residents, multiple encounters with them. I was like, what the fuck is all
He
of
met
this?
everyone.
And you all worked your
Yeah.
way up to see Brad, who was in a meeting with your good friend Durnest Shramp. And Durnest was like, BT dubs, this motherfucker's trying to kill me. And Brad was like, I am not trying to kill you. And Dees was like, no, you are. And we're going to go to St. Basil's Institution for the Magically Mischievous and go check in on my sister, Temperina Shramp, because I think she's trying to break out. But Brad thinks that Emmy Jingles and Jace is trying to break out. So that's basically what happened last time. And Wilbur decided to post up with a corner office with the Caldera Corporation while you all got some much needed rest and relaxation. And
Yeah.
so to that end, everyone can bring their HP back up to full.
Thank God.
Fucking sick, dude.
Everyone is going to have an opportunity to restore some of their sanity right now. We're going to do a D10 sanity restoration.
Okay. I definitely need some sanity.
I really need it.
Help me.
All right, I got a 7.
Okay.
I
And
got an 8.
so just add that to your current sanity.
Mhm.
And
I'm just taking
everyone
notes.
make a luck roll for me real quick. I don't know what that sound that came out of my throat was, but that was not fun.
Was it like a gargle?
It was like a Dutch Vanderlyn voice crack.
What the fuck?
Oh man, that's rough.
Can you critically fail that? Because I did.
No, you can't
You
critically
lose- you
fail a
lose
luck
luck.
roll.
Oh, thank God.
Your luck is brought down to 0.
It reduced to nothing.
So here's how it works. If you rolled higher than your current luck score, add 2d10 plus 10 luck. And if you rolled equal to or less, roll 1d10 plus 5. That's it. That's all you got to do. Look at this. We're like 3 minutes in. And we've gotten through everything that we need to before we
Look at
really
that.
get this ball rolling.
Look at
Alright.
that.
Goodness.
Well, I rolled above my luck, so I got 28 points of luck back.
Excellent.
Hey,
Now, as these things usually go, the ball is really in your hands in terms of what you want to do, how you want to spend time with people, at what you want to see. There are a few outstanding items that we don't even necessarily need to do today, just some things for you guys to consider in the next few weeks, which is the Charmporium, of course. Greg of the Gardens has requested your presence.
Oh,
that's good
great.
because I was gonna see Greg anyway.
That's probably a
I
good
wanted
idea.
to. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Isn't Geronimo like gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah,
He's
we're
Geronimo.
dead. We're good. He's Geronimo now.
Yeah. Oh
He's
no,
Geronimo.
we're all fucked. This is the real reason Cosmo needs therapy. Is now that Geronimo is done, like Gonzo, that's our days are numbered.
Oh yeah, like we're
Yeah.
done for.
Fuck.
Yeah. So there's those two items. Dees wants to plan your trip to the prison. Brad requested that you swing back to the office when you have a time for kind of like a 1-on-3 chat about your most recent adventure, a little debrief, if you will. So again, there's no right or wrong way to do things. If you guys want to make this sort of like a single, let's focus on one person at a time kind of episode, we can do anything you guys want.
Well, so is it like this is like currently right now the morning of the day after we got back?
No, actually, it's been a few days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The sort of time everything is happening is going to be a little nebulous for these next few episodes. We're not going to go like strict day by day. It's just going to kind of be your general hotel time.
Okay.
Okay. Because I have things I want to do. I don't know when they should take place, though.
There's no right or wrong time.
We just simply do them, and then
You
they
just do
happened.
them. Yeah, literally.
How about this? All right. Well, it's the morning of whatever day it is, and Cosmo got up early, went down to the Blunkin, got some coffee and blunchkins and stuff, and I'm trying to wake up Chris and Iris specifically.
Chris has been up watching Blamely Guy.
I'm
Oh,
denying.
that reminds me. Not only have you been watching Blamely Bly, your watch party has grown.
Oh, who's in the
Uh,
watch party now? I'm excited.
Now Bosco, Ozma, and your brother are all joining you every morning at 6
Yes.
a.m. to watch Blamely Guy.
Our regularly scheduled Blamely Bly viewing party. And we end it when the Blunkin comes because we don't want to annoy anybody. We don't
Yeah,
want to
Cosmo starts his day by sitting up in bed, turning to look at you guys, and then leaving the room to get Blunkin for 50 minutes, comes back, and the minute they walk in the door, they're like, "Is that Blamley Bly?" And that's when it gets turned off.
Here's my question though. Let me ask you this
Yeah.
from from a character point of view. Are we waking you up, Cosmo? Like, is this no?
No,
Okay.
Cosmo just really doesn't like Blamley Bly. I
Okay.
don't know. Whether it's like they don't get the humor, they think it's
Right.
crass, and whatever it is, but they're really just honestly astounded by how many people have latched onto it, and at this point, they're now just more frustrated that they don't understand the appeal. Especially with Ozmo, because now Cosmo's really like, what am I not getting? So it's just like a cycle of like, why are you watching that?
You're angry because you don't understand. But like, here's the thing. So here's if I may. So the reason that we're watching the show is because there's like 57 seasons by this point, right? Like this has been going for so long.
Yep.
Yeah, but what about
Like, and it's just like, hey, Briss. That's how the episode goes.
I know, I get it. Trust me, I've heard enough, but I
Okay.
the
We
Blimpsons have been around longer.
The Blimsons, no, we don't talk about the Blimsons. We don't have that subscription. As soon as you come in because it's one you have to pay for Blamely Blind. You get all of it, but it's like $9.99
okay.
a month.
Oh,
But
it's a Blamely deal.
but we shut it off as soon as you come in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually Cosmo's just like trying to catch you guys, but more often than not, they'll actually like they'll take their time at the door, like making sure you have a good stopping point and then coming in. But I lay out all the blunchkins, the bloffy, everything that I've got. And Iris, are you awake?
Yeah, I've been laying awake since everyone else got up to watch Blamely Guy, but I've been staring at the ceiling instead of actually watching it.
Okay, yeah, no, I completely understand that. Anyway, I got coffee, I got some donuts. But I do think that Iris, Chris, we should probably go have a conversation with Greg this morning. Because he asked for us like days ago and we didn't go.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Is that where you guys want to go?
Yeah, we're starting off with
Sure.
Greg.
Greg.
Okay, let's go see Greg.
Good old
Just the three
Greg
of you?
morning.
I really want to see Hannah. I'm bringing Hannah an extra coffee.
Oh my God, Geronimo's still here. Shit.
I'll get him out of
Censor
here.
him out.
Oh my
Censor him
God.
out. Cut him.
Exciting.
Cut him. He's not really here. He's
You know, Max, when you edit
imperceivable.
this, just put a big old blur spot there.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you just blur him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna blur out Geronimo. He's not really there. This is gonna make this conversation a little bit more awkward, but it's fine. We're improvers. We're master improvers.
Oh yeah.
Greg sees you as you all approach his little camper. He says, "Oh, good morning, everyone. Happy fuck. What day is it?
May 7th.
Happy fuck, Greg.
Happy fuck, Chris. Oh, thank you all for coming on such short notice, even though it's been about 3 days."
Yeah, I mean, it's not really short anymore. It's actually quite long notice.
Several of us had bullet wounds.
What?
Yeah,
Some of us
anyway,
had really bad road rash.
some of us still do.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hannah, would you fetch our friend? And from the camper, you see Hannah stick her head out and wave at you guys, and then pull out a very frazzled and pretty dirty looking Gregly from Derryton.
Right.
Gregory!
Gregory?
Oh, man.
Hey, buddy!
What?
Gregory looks at all of you and is like, you guys.
Sup, man?
Hey,
Howdy!
Gregory.
Gregory.
Gregory, I'm about to
Oh,
say something before you go off, and I you can have the feelings that you wanna have. I just need you to know that if you're gonna assault us for any harsh feelings for some reason, I did just get out of the hospital.
you guys were at the restaurant that day. Yeah, I remember. What
Yep.
what the hell did you guys do? Do you have any idea what this little freak does?
What? Who are you calling a freak?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gregory, what the fuck? Don't be rude.
That's
Okay,
mean.
I was in prison. I don't know if you guys remember. I was
No.
awaiting
Mhm.
trial for the murder of Legendary.
Did you
Yeah, that's
murder
fucked up.
Legendary?
No, I
Why would they
didn't
say that you
murder
did that?
Legendary. I
Okay.
don't know why they would say that.
Well, we got you
It's
out.
freaked up.
You got me out. Let me
Well, no,
tell you about what
that's
happened.
incorrect. Well, actually, Greg got you out, so you should
Technically,
probably
Greg
be
got you out,
yeah,
yeah.
you need to be kinder to Greg.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if you know this. All right. Getting here is a fucked up journey.
What's the journey?
Right? I woke up in my prison cell and there was a light standing over my bed telling me, Gregory, it's time to go. The hotel awaits. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So I get out of bed. I'm freaking out. I think I'm hallucinating. I look over. The guard is standing there. The door is wide open. He's holding it for me. He's saying, Gregory, come on, let's go. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I stepped out, and sure enough, the front desk, the door was open. Another police officer was holding it open for me. And there, awaiting me, was a golden chariot, except it wasn't a chariot, it was some guy's Mazda. And he said, Gregory, get in, we gotta go to the hotel.
Gregory, you're a really good storyteller. Have you ever?
Greg, here's my singular question to you. Okay, do you want to stay here at fucked up Magic Hotel and not be in prison, or do you want to go back to prison?
This, what is this? I still have not gotten any clear answers from Fucko or your friend Hannah here, who's actually talked to me a few times, but is very clueless about what the fuck this place even is.
Because
Oh, this is just the Hotel Minnesota.
it's
So
literally
what the fuck does that mean?
You've never heard of Minnesota before?
No, I've never heard of the Hotel Minnesota. What am I supposed to do here? What is this?
Oh, there's a restaurant that we know the chef. we we know the chef over at the restaurant in the area. Yeah, I mean when we saw you and like you went to jail, we were like, "Oh my god, Gregory!" So, we asked Greg if he would get you out. He did. So yeah, I know you're looking for a lot more explanation, but really, truly, to the soul of it, this is a magic hotel. We got you out of prison. You can stay here, or you can go back to prison.
Greg of the Garden says, you actually probably cannot go back to prison.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, the kind of advanced work old Greg of the Gardens has to do to get someone out of jail. It's hard to undo the do if you get my drift.
So you can't put him back in jail?
Well, no, that would be very difficult.
Why?
More difficult than getting him out?
Significantly, yes.
That's wild.
Listen, Gregory, you seem like a good sort. I think you're just gonna have to run up onto the hotel, tell Arden you were invited here by some of our close friends, maybe our closest friends in the world.
What?
And you know, they'll be sure to hook you up. All right, no more words from you, Gregory. Run along now.
Well, goodbye, Gregory.
Bye, Gregory.
So, I actually, well, besides that little nuisance, Chrys, I wanted to check in with you on Geronimo.
Well, it's almost like he's right here in our hearts.
He's with
I
us
remember
in
him like he was
spirit.
yesterday.
He's with us in spirit now. Because the truth is, Greg of the Gardens, Geronimo vanished. He was in the room one day, and then he's gone the next.
What do
We've
you
nicknamed him
mean?
Gagonero.
What do you mean vanished, Chrys?
He's just poof, gone.
Did
Bye
you
bye.
forget to mention him?
Exactly one time, maybe, but to be fair to Chrys, there was a lot going on. There was
My
many breaks.
nephew.
There was many breaks between episodes for weeks at a time, Wink. And also, we recorded many episodes in one sitting. So,
But
Whatever all
maybe.
that means.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going on about, but yeah, I did. So he's
Oh,
gone, but he's gone, right? Like he's just gone. Like, he's not coming back.
he went back to his his material
Yeah,
plane, right? Like
yeah.
the Sega Genesis or whatever.
He went back to clipping in my apartment wall.
No.
Chrys, that thing is out there somewhere in the world. Make no
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah, but like, what's the worst that I could do?
I'm sure it'll be just fine.
Yep, we're okay. So, but that's all. That's actually your fault because I didn't tell you to get Karan. I told you to get my pet lizard, and that's not my pet lizard. So,
You
I
can't
technically,
blame Greg for this.
but technically, it is your fault.
It's
Oh, well, where's your lizard then?
He said he was at my apartment, but
Oh, you
then
didn't
you
pick
brought
him
this
up,
thing
did you?
here. What? What do you mean? What do you mean pick him
You
up?
didn't pick up you were there, weren't you? I read your
Right.
dossier.
Yeah, I did. We were there, but like I had Geronimo. I kind of forgot about the other lizard, whatever his name was. So like technically, it's your fault.
Oh
Give Chris,
dear.
give Chris a little kick behind the knee.
Well, it's nice to see you all again, certainly. Is there anyone this time you'd like to extend an invitation to?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
No.
Nah.
Well, that is just wonderful.
Yep.
Goodbye.
I'm like knocking
Bye,
on his
Greg.
window. I'm like, Hannah, I brought you a coffee.
Oh, thanks, Boo. And she like sticks a hand out and grabs the coffee.
I also need to give you a heads up. I accidentally discovered that I may or may not have like a sibling. And she looks exactly like me, sounds exactly like me. And is also here. So you might encounter her. Her name's Ozma.
Okay. What?
I'm gonna start running back to my friends.
Okay. You do that. You head back. What else would we like to do today?
Do you think married or something now? Hannah and Greg?
Oh, they are definite. They've been living together since like Darryton, like full time.
All right. Well, happy birthday, I guess.
Happy birthday to them.
Happy birthday to them.
Happy
guys-
birthday or whatever.
Do you guys want to do the You guys gonna want to go get the charms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot that we had those. But like they're gotta be so useful for breaking into prison. Like something.
I mean, probably.
All right.
Like, what have we got to lose? It's only something to gain, and the something to gain is bracelet charms.
Yeah, I just think that if we all get tougher before we go plan with Dees, whenever we do that, be coming into it with fresher ideas. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm at a complete loss.
Yep.
I mean, hey, if we really struggle with it, we could probably always ask Greg what the fuck he does to break into prison.
That's a good idea. I'm just gonna write that down. How to break into
Plan
prison.
B. Ask Greg.
All right, you guys all head into the Charmporium, and you see Ted and Dr. Maple scrambling around the bright pink interior. And Ted looks over as you guys enter and says, "Oh, hey, just the people I wanted to see. Now these three right here, Doc. I was just telling you, we need some real bona fide, field-tested charm users. We got a new device, and I need to make sure it works."
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
What does it do?
He holds up a little like a scanner of sorts, and he says, "When I scan your charm bracelet with this, it's gonna tell me how many times you've used your charms. So I just gotta make sure
Oh.
this thing works, which is why I really need calibrated charm users to test this on."
Yep.
Stick out my bracelet.
We are. Me
Okay,
too.
great. And he scans it, and he looks at the reading, and he says, Shoot. Yeah, I think this thing's busted. I should keep trying. Chrys, come over here, would you?
Yep, me too. Hey, here you go.
He scans it and he looks at it. He says, "For a baseline, how many times have you guys used your charms out in the field?"
5 times.
Maybe like
Well, hold
7
on. Let's do
minus.
like a let's do like a let's do like a let's do like a secondary science test. I summon Francois right
Okay,
here.
you use your Francois charm, and this short Italian man uh, carrying a wine bottle appears, and he says, "Ha ha, oui, oui, hello."
God, I forgot how handsome he was. Okay, now scan.
Yeah, okay. And he like shuffles past the strange man and scans your bracelet and looks down and says, "Okay, well that's weird because now it went from 0 to 1."
Hmm.
So, how long have you had this machine for?
Well, I just finished it about yesterday.
Well, then maybe it like only does readings from after it was like made.
Hmm.
That actually would make sense.
That does
If
make a
it's
lot of sense.
today's or
Or like
was
maybe it's
yesterday.
dimension specific.
Oh, maybe it's in this
There's so
room.
many
Like,
variables.
Oh, that would
No,
actually
I mean like we go around on the wherever the hell we're from that isn't here allegedly, I guess. Are we is this the same plane of existence or something from where we're normally at?
Yeah, more or less. It's a little hard to get into the logistics. It's like here, it's there. Where is it? Who really knows? All right. I
Okay.
guess I'm gonna have to keep tweaking this. Well, thank you guys for being the sort of testers here. I'm sure you want more charms to add to your collection that you all love to use.
Of
Yep.
course.
now
Yeah.
we have an established baseline. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
we come back, we can see if it's been updated, if we're still net 0.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
And if it
Who wa-
resets to 0 entirely, then we know that it's like really weird or
Oh
something.
man, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. All right, who's going first? Stick your hand in. Don't be shy.
My hand is in that bowl.
All right.
Ghost
Okay.
dog.
We
Oh.
have people pleaser on the left, which is two people talking casually. Upon activation, force an NPC within 10 feet to tell the truth about one specific question. The target must fail a power roll, and regardless, will be well aware they are spilling sensitive information. And on the right, we have one of my favorites of all time. This is Ghost Dog, which is in the shape of a gigantic buff bulldog. Upon activation, summon Beak the Untrainable, an absolutely swole beast of a dog that never skips leg day. Beak can sniff out danger, fetch items, and aid in combat. His HP is 1/2 of the summoner and can last until he is defeated.
Hmm.
Get beak. Do it.
Yeah, but I can make someone tell me the truth.
Yeah, but when you ever gonna use that?
What? Be quiet, but when have we ever used any of them?
I got torn because I immediately started drawing Beak, like, and he's massive and he's great.
And beak
But
is.
I don't know. We're about to start getting into like the hard side of like the story where everything gets mean and real. And I feel like making someone tell me the truth is. But I could use the giant bulldog as
It's
a.
it, listen, if you get people pleaser, we are literally going to prison for an interrogation.
I'll take people pleaser.
Okay, no problem. Who's next?
Me
All right, Iris.
shoving Chris out of the way.
Oh.
The goat!
We have our first user submitted charm who appeared here, or listener submitted charm. This is the goat. This was submitted by Nick. Thank you to Nick. This is a small brass charm in the shape of a goat's head. Activating this charm causes a magical goat to appear in an empty space within 100 feet of the user. The basic gist is that this goat is going to start screaming, and if it screams within radius, you roll POW, and if you fail, you're basically at a disadvantage for your next attack.
Dang.
And on the right, we have the logic of love, which is a big heart with an arrow through it. Upon a successful POW roll, a target of your choice will be your best friend for 1d6 hours. They will know if the spell fails or once it wears off. So, kind of like a charm person.
These are both so good. I might go with Logic of Love.
All right. You claim the logic of love, and Chrys, as you stick your hand in, the goat reappears.
No, get that out of here. Don't even read me
The
that
goat,
one. What's
the
the
goat,
other
the
one?
goat.
The other one is the historian, which upon activation can reveal brief and concise information regarding a held object. This includes recent owners, the material it's made of, and any potential magical properties.
Man, I don't want another creature. I don't want another creature to like have to deal with. Geronimo was bad news bears, bro.
But it just shows up like once per day if you want.
Yeah, but so did Geronimo. Like we only
Well,
saw him
Geronimo
once in a
was always
while.
there, and then if you didn't mention him, he became a threat.
Yeah.
Well, something that could be of use of the goat, with specifically the goat, is a distractionary tool because let's say we're breaking into this prison, for example, and there's
Mhm,
one spot with some guards or whatever. We're not going to show
mhm,
up on camera, but we can be seen. If you just have a
mhm.
goat appear like 95 feet, a little bit away, just appears, screams, and disappears, that's 100% going to be like, the fuck? But I don't know. The other one, the historian, could be like really useful for like late game.
And I also have my Mountain Dew Code Red that does basically the same thing as the goat. So I think I'm gonna do the historian.
All right. And as you claim the magnifying glass shaped charm, Dr. Maple takes all of your charm bracelets and attaches the new ones to it and says, I just want to say thank you guys so much for going out in the field and really testing these things. I think that charms
Mhm.
are the future
Of
of magical
course.
I
items.
promise that the
Yeah,
next time we come back here and you scan us with that, I mean, I'll be upset if it doesn't work, but it's gonna work because
it'll work.
we're gonna test the hell out of these new charms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
And
I'm leaving.
okay, you all leave. And as you exit, you see Team
Yeah,
Tulips like walk in. And you hear that little scanning sound go off and then hey,
running through the lobby.
as you all leave. What else would we like to do today?
I'm gonna leave you guys because I actually have a therapy appointment in about 20 minutes.
Well,
Oh, well,
well,
have
They've
fun with
reopened.
that, I guess.
Thank you. They've
You
reopened the
do
therapy
need it.
floor. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
I like, and not to be like dramatic, maybe a little bit, but I nothing feels real. Like I feel like I've been swimming for like 3 days, but that doesn't seem healthy. So I kind of demanded they reopen the therapy floor immediately and that I'd be whatever test case they needed because I desperately needed to talk to someone about this.
I feel like out of absolutely. And I feel like out of everyone in this group, you were the least involved with supernatural shit before this all happened, so
but
Yeah.
I ran a zucchini stand. What do you mean I was the least involved in paranormal
you
shit?
literally had like a low poly lizard that was yours.
He wasn't low poly when I got him. They brought him to me like
You
that.
know, that's debatable,
Wait.
but anyways, I literally like ran a cryptid block before we did this. So
Oh.
like,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
So this has got to be like, yeah, wait, have you made like any use of being in a cryptid hotel basically?
I like I started writing a few articles about it, and then I thought no one would be able to like get here, and then I might have to write about like the game, and I don't know what the legality of that is, so I just kind of deleted those, and I figure eventually I'll ask about posting about it, but like,
I mean, like, if there's no NDA or anything, like, you could just,
Yeah, I
you
don't remember
know,
signing anything that says I
right?
didn't have to
Uh,
report about this unfindable hotel.
We just got our
yeah,
reflections
but it's
taken
more
from
for like
us.
the like listen, I don't respect Brad, but what I do respect is the privacy of the other teams. So,
I think
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's fair, especially the hotel staff. If they work
yeah.
here, this is like
Like
their job.
listen, just cuz they work here doesn't mean that they're like, "Oh, you're part of the public eye now. I could take whatever pictures of you I want." Like that's stupid. I think that's dumb. I'm not going to
I
do that to them. They're just working here.
I will say though, I don't have much respect for either of the beans. So if you wanted to start with the beans, I think that'd probably be fine.
The beans. What's wrong with the beans?
Don't you remember how rude they were to us? Constantly?
We were calling them the wrong names.
Listen, we do call them the wrong names every single time we see them.
We're such assholes.
Are we assholes?
That's
Just
why
a
you're going
little
to
bit,
therapy,
as
I
a
think.
treat. Listen,
Oh,
if anyone's at fault, it's Brad.
I'm not gonna
It's certainly
disagree
not
with you.
our fault.
No. I wasn't this much actually. I was like slightly less of an asshole before everything happened here. Brad, I don't want to be again dramatic, but like Brad actually ruined my entire life.
Yo, Brad ruined everything.
Almost by himself ruined my entire life.
Single-handedly destroyed so many lives.
I mean, he did ruin your entire livelihood of your job, and like shatter your mental psyche by sending us out to do these things. But
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to give me money for my zucchini stand. Like, what a dick.
What an
Yeah.
asshole. What did he offer you like $20?
He offered me like $30,000 for it. Like, what? What?
Chris,
How much did you get from him for your zucchini stand? Please tell me it was more than what you're paying in monthly capital.
What do you mean? Like, how much I make for my zucchini stand? I don't make
What-
anything from that thing.
Aren't you spending
I got an inheritance, and it was the zucchini stand fund.
Chris, you were spending $20,000 every 2 weeks on zucchini. You were nowhere near breaking even. And
Right.
a man walked up and offered you a lot of money, and you were like, no?
Well, yeah, my dad would have been so mad at me.
so
I mean,
like,
he's dead, but like,
so
hell
like
is
going
that?
back to the point I was making, I'm prepared for the supernatural. Chris, I think maybe is. So I think if anyone in this group needs therapy, it would certainly be you, by virtue of where everyone's come from. Because Chris, I don't know. There's no way that Chris could be like an average person and
man.
like not understand the financial decisions that he's making are leading him to a life of ruin. I don't know. It just
I'm
makes
not
sense.
ruined. I'm just broke. Like, it's not that bad.
That's ruin.
Chris, do you even have a Roth IRA?
A Roth what?
Alien, literally an alien. He's from a different planet.
Chris, if
He's
you're an
straight up.
alien,
He's
you
straight up from
legally-
another dimension.
you legally have to tell me if you are an alien, because that would actually be really interesting, and I would really like to talk to you about that.
No, I'm just Chris. I swear. I just Chris.
I'd really like to talk to you about your car's extended
just-
warranty, Chris.
Please no. I'm just Chris Hawthorne. I don't want to do this.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Okay, well,
I'm
you go
sorry.
to your therapy, and me and Chris will figure out some stuff to do today.
Okay, I'll see you guys in like 4 hours. I've never been to therapy before.
What?
Bye.
It's usually not
Bye.
that long. Holy
I have
moly!
no reference for time.
Like, Iris, you want to go
Good
get drunk?
gravy. What?
There's like a bar
You know
here,
what?
right?
Okay, you can go and do that. I think
No, not
I'm
alone.
gonna
That's
talk
crazy.
to every non-human entity that lives here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go get drunk.
Have fun. There are two kinds of therapy. One is good for you. The other is what Chris is doing.
Hey everyone, it's Max here for a very short, regularly scheduled ad break. As you can see, if you're watching this, my layout has changed very slightly, and I feel like I'm here to deliver like the apology video of the century. But I'm not. I'm just here to tell you thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Reflection Game. It means so much to us. If you're enjoying it, I hope you'll tell a friend. I hope you will leave a rating, a review, a comment. You'll smash the subscribe button, all that good stuff. It helps us out so much. It's like an algorithm thing. If you didn't know why I ask this every single week, it's like the more like likes and comments you get and reviews, the higher the algorithm pushes it. So that's why, if you didn't know. And if you did know, I'm so sorry that I've wasted your time with this explanation. If you'd like to give the show some financial support, we do have a spot for that as the loudest truck in the world drives by. It's patreon.com/tincast, and that is where you can get access to our bonus content. That's right, we release a monthly episode that is only available on Patreon. There, you can get that for $5 a month, and there's so much like extra content there now. There's like years and years of bonus stuff that you can get for being a $5 patron. And then for $10, we thank you each and every week during this portion of the show. That is why it is time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wilbrandt, Emily Laderna, Smarties, Charlie Rose, Adam Carpenter, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Thank you all so much. We couldn't do the show without you. I don't know. I think we're just going to keep it nice, short, and sweet this week. Thank you all again. Remember to stay safe, drink lots of water, and let's get back into the madness. Where is the stop button? I'm still not used to this. Oh, there it is. All right, let's try and resolve this. Cosmo, you go up to the therapy floor, and the elevator dings open, and what you see on the other side is pretty much like a one-to-one recreation of the hotel lobby.
Mm-hmm.
And standing behind an identical front reception desk, you see Arden.
I turn around and I'd like touch the door of the elevator. It's still an elevator there, right?
Yeah.
I look over my shoulder kind of nervously and I get back inside the elevator and I'm like, is this the lobby?
No, this is the therapy floor. You're my 4 o'clock, aren't you?
Are you the therapist?
Oh, yeah. Did I not mention that?
In the elevator, Cosmo doesn't. I'm sorry, I was wrong, Dance. I bet Max it was Snoop. I thought it was Snoop. Okay, I get out. Why does... I just saw you downstairs. How the hell are you also up here?
Oh, you know, we work in mysterious ways, don't we? But
Okay.
hey, listen, this isn't about me, Cosmo. This is about you.
Yeah, I've never been to therapy or magic therapy before, so I'm not
It's just
sure.
regular therapy, I assure you.
Do I just start like talking?
Well, yeah, you typically tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're going through. This is sort of our introductory session, so we'll kind of lay out how you'd like to approach this, how you can get the most out of this time here, you know, and then we'll meet regularly whenever you're around.
Nice.
You don't have to go into details, Beth. We can.
Okay, good. I was like, what am I doing?
Wait a second. This is a little too real.
We're about to have real therapy, so
Yeah, it's real therapy time. Iris, back down in the lobby, you watch Chrys saunter off. You're still going to the bar?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll go to the bar and like hang out with the bar people. The
Okay.
people.
We'll catch up with the people in a little bit.
Mhm.
Iris, what would you like to do?
So Iris has been cooking in their little Iris head since we got here about wanting to get information on what the fuck happened when they went to the hell dimension briefly. And considering it's a magic hotel, that's probably a great place to start. Uh, don't trust Brad though. Don't respect him. Don't trust him. Talking to anyone else in the entire place first.
So who would that be?
Well, we just parted ways in the lobby, so I guess I'll start with Arden.
Yeah. So you walk up to Arden, who's definitely only here and not somehow simultaneously elsewhere. And Arden says, "Oh, hey there, Iris. How's it going?"
Good. I actually had a question for you, if that's okay, or I guess it'll probably be several questions.
Yeah, sure. What seems to be the trouble?
So, like, when we left to come here, I was driving my van, and on the way here, um, I don't know what sparked this, but I ended up in a different dimension. And it had, I think it was a different dimension. It was just red, and there was like a big leg over there, and it gave me an ominous feeling of impending doom. And like getting to that place had like a similar vibe that happened when I was eaten by like a liquid metal thing at Cosmo's family's place, which is allegedly like a. Anyways, I was just curious if you had any idea what the heck that could possibly be about, or maybe point me in like a direction of someone who might know.
Yeah. And you see Arden actually looks kind of uncomfortable at this story you've recounted and says, why don't you go on up? We have a special floor here. It's called the doctor's floor. 7 letters. We love our 7 letters. Head on up there. You might want to take your friends with you, if I'm honest.
Well, I mean, like, it only happened to me, is the
I know.
thing. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm aware. You might want to take your friends for this one.
okay. Well, good to know.
Well, let's see. So I'm in an appointment right now, actually, and checks their watch,
Oh,
and says, "Why don't you go up there for, let's say, 5 this evening?"
okay.
All right.
Wow, they really got you multitasking all over the place. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what that means, but you know what? Thank you for your time.
Yeah, I don't even worry about it. And we'll catch up with that in a moment as you start messaging your friends to head up to doctors soon. And Chrys, we find you in the Minnesota Dreamin' Bar and Grill as you approach the bar of the bar and grill, and you see a very frustrated looking Gregley wiping down the counter as you approach, and he says, "Oh, you again."
Gregory, what's up, buddy? I need drunk.
Okay, sit down, I guess.
He sits down. Is this the cheese place? Is this a nasty cheese place?
Yeah, this is like the nasty cheese floor place.
Chris is like stepping like gingerly around as and it's not cheese stools, right? There's
No,
not
no,
like
no.
okay, he sits on the stool.
Yeah,
He's got to make sure first though, so he like pokes it,
it's just
make
like
sure
a
it's not cheese.
hard chair.
All right.
And Gregley says, what's your drink of poison?"
I don't know.
"What?"
I don't get drunk much, but like, man,
Do you want vodka? Do you want rum? We have tequila.
what do you like, Gregory?
Milk.
That's not. Do you have eggnog?
Oh.
Like with like whatever goes in eggnog?
Yeah, actually, I think we do. I think I just saw some. I've only worked here for about 25 minutes. Hang on a second. And he bends over and pulls out some eggnog and mixes a little spiked eggnog and passes you it's in like a sundae glass with a little nice like big straw. He says, "You putting that on a tab?"
Yep. My tab, chrysanthemum. And then he pulls the straw out and he like hands it to Gregory and he just fucking chugs it. Chris is a large man, so this Sunday glass is nothing to him.
Wow, that was horrifying.
Yep.
So like okay, this is gonna be a weird question. What the hell happened in Darryton?
What do you mean? Didn't you murder him? Did you murder Legendary?
I didn't murder Legendary. The cops said that I somehow poisoned his plate with butter. I didn't touch his butter. I can't touch his butter. I wasn't a cook.
Wait, what do you mean? You mean they like tried to tell they tried to like say that you poisoned his butter or like what?
Yeah, they said that the butter wasn't made of dairy.
What?
What
Was it made? Man, listen, I know it's none of my business, but I personally, I believe you. I don't think it was you.
They can't do an autopsy on this guy. His fucking skin's too hard to cut into. They have no idea what killed him.
That's gross. I don't know, man. He like taps the glass on the counter.
I wrote on my in my notebook, Chris X Gregley win, but I'm crossing it out.
A relationship would be built on lies. It wouldn't last.
No, it would not last. Chris can't do that. He's not that kind of man.
But Chris, you get a text from your friend Iris, inquiring for your presence on the floor doctors in just a little bit.
All right. But I hope Chris has a second drink by this point because he downs it and then he leaves and he's like, Gregley, it was a pleasure, buddy. I'll be back to talk more about you murdering the Legendary. Or not murdering. I'm sorry, not murdering.
He holds up the straw that you gave him as you're like walking out, and he says, "Wait, where's your card for the tab?"
"What do you mean card? Bye." And Chris leaves. He's in the hotel. Like they're gonna find him. He's gonna get charged for the drinks. It's fine. He's not
Yeah.
worried about it.
So Cosmo, you're finishing up therapy by this point, and you've also received a text from your friend Iris. Let's do what I want to do is a D6 and a D4 sanity recovery. Why that? Why not a D10? Because you can get a minimum of 2 with this one.
Yeah. Okay. 1d6, I got a 1. D4, I got another 1. I got 2.
And that's why I did it. Well, it's your introductory therapy session, so you're not feeling 100% better yet.
No, the most Cosmo got got into was how much they hated horseback riding as a kid, and how like actually good at it they are, but they can't even enjoy it because they didn't want to do it in the first place.
That makes sense. Yeah. So the 3 of you ascend one at a time to the floor doctors, which, Cosmo, you're not as surprised by this, but for the rest of you, you open it up and there's another copy of the lobby with Arden sitting behind the receptionist desk.
I look back into the elevator and then I look out and I'm like, Bean, did you take us to the right floor?
Of course I did. What are you talking about? And you hear Arden say,
This is just
"Oh, it's my 5 o'clock. Come on in, everyone. Come on in."
but this is the lobby?
No, this is a lot of things, really.
Theory. I have a
Cosmo's like
theory.
Cosmo's sitting in the waiting chair, like off to the side, and they're like, "Oh, hi guys," reading a magazine that's just actually like blurred out pictures.
How did you get here before me?
Did you know that the therapy floor is 1 floor below doctors, and that it looks exactly like this, down to the same magazine, Arden?
Sorry, we only have so much. Chris, what's your theory about the mysterious nature of this place, you know?
I think you guys are playing some tricks here. I think it's all Chris is a little drunk. He's like, I think it's all an optical illusion right now.
No,
We didn't
Okay,
leave the
well, I think
lobby.
you can sit down, and I guess I'll talk to Arden, who is the doctor?
oh, you betcha. Well, I just want to run a quick examination on you, if you don't mind there, Iris.
Okay.
And Arden leads you like around the corner into what becomes a very sterile looking doctor's room, and motions for you to hop up
There it
onto like
is.
one of those little tables.
Okay, here I go.
And Arden says, "Just sit there for a second. I gotta. Oh shoot, it's over here. Yeah, here it is there." And Arden holds up a strange contraption. It's comprised of these 2 heavy-looking black lids on the top and the bottom of this sort of cylindrical container. In the middle of this cylindrical container is a rock. A small, light pink colored rock. And Arden says, "Okay, this is going to be a bit of a weird request there." And he brings it closer, and you see that it's kind of floating between the 2 lids, the 2 black lids.
Mhm.
And Arden kind of hoists one of the lids off of this cylinder and says, "I need you to stick your hand in here and grab the rock."
Okay, I do that.
All right. You stick your hand in there and you try and grab this thing, and you see that it's phasing through your hand. And Arden says, "Okay, keep trying though. Really concentrate on it. Try to grab
Wait,
this rock."
is it like a real rock? What?
In a way.
Can I try harder to get this rock?
Yeah, you try harder. I'm not going to make you roll for it. But with some effort and a little bit of that feeling that you experienced those 2 times, that sort of something's broken, something's wrong feeling, your hand firmly grasps the rock. And as you remove it from the container, Arden lets out a soft gasp and says, "Oh, Iris."
So there's that weird feeling again.
"Yeah, I was afraid of that. Why don't you go ahead and put the rock back? Let's get your friends."
Okay, here you go.
So you let go of the rock, and Arden screws the top back on and leaves the cylinder up on a little desk. as they leave to come back out to Chrys and Cosmo. And they say, can you guys follow me back around the corner here?
Okay.
Yep.
I do so.
All right.
What the fuck? You made me have therapy in the entire lobby, the open lobby, but you can like make a doctor's office?
I don't make these things. I'm not some sort of crazy supernatural construction monster. Come on now.
Just to okay.
That's not a thing. There's no construction monsters.
You're not monsters in the first place.
Yeah, and yeah, that's exactly right there, isn't it? And so Arden brings you over to two chairs in the little doctor's room and says, "So, I have a bit of a story to tell you all, if you don't mind."
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I touched a rock. It was bad.
The rock was bad?
Is this about what broke?
Yeah, this is about what broke. I'm trying to think of where the best place to begin is. I think I should start with Iris. I think I know what's wrong with you. There's
Boy.
well, there's this idea, and it's physical. It's what tells me that I'm here and the three of you are there and we exist and we're not going to be flung from this plane. This feeling, this power, this tethers us in our location in the universe. And furthermore, it's the same power that says when you die, if you go to heaven, if you go to hell, you're there. Same force. It keeps you bound within our reality. Wherever you are, it's a constant universal truth. Iris, yours is broken.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you lost me. You lost me.
Is Iris just gonna get bounced around between realities?
This is more than reality, Cosmo.
How bad is it?
This
Well,
is
I
a...
was eaten by a temporal anomaly.
Arden looks up as you say that and says, have any of you ever heard of the harvester entity?
No?
No.
No, but with a name like that, it sounds kind of ominous.
Well, just like you humans have your own sort of mythology, and, you know, in recent years, a lot of that has come more to light. Well, beings on a more cosmic level have their own mythology, if you can believe it. And as Arden is talking, you all feel sort of dizzy for a moment. You smell this sort of sickly sweet pheromone that seems like it's coming off of Arden. And as you smell this, as you're inhaling this, your mind starts to wander and you see visions that seem to line up with what Arden is describing. And Arden says, for a lot of creatures of a more cosmic scale, there's this being known as the harvester entity. It's a constant, not across this plane of existence, but across every universe. And its goal is to collect people, animals, plants, anything living, and bring it under its domain. This creature can't travel between universes unaided. It doesn't have a way to get around. But there's tales of its transportation. If it has a vessel it can move into, then it can get across. And if it can, well, I need you all to understand that if the legends are true, this is a being that has amassed billions, if not trillions, of people, animals, plants, maybe angels, demons, all under its control. I need you all to be honest with me real quick here. This temporal anomaly, this thing that caused this break, is this part of your work with the game, with the Caldera Corporation?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was Arden. This thing was a giant metal monster with a mouth that was literally a portal into wherever it took Iris, one eye, and it was made of a conjoined amount of dead bodies of people who played in the game or who were meant to play in the game but died in the dream everyone had. Before you ever come in here. Are you aware of this?
Well, what if that's wrong?
What do you mean?
Because I didn't see Mason on the other side of it.
No, no, no. I'm saying that being was made up of Mason. Remember, we watched all the bodies explode onto the floor. Wasn't Mason one of them?
Yes.
Was Mason one of them?
Mason was one of the bodies that exploded out. Mason was
Not
not on the other side of the portal.
Oh,
so.
okay.
What I was trying to explain is that the monster physically formed itself off of the dead versions of us. There's a dream when you come in, or when you get inducted into this game, where you have to kill yourself, like a dirty, angry version of yourself, and then you're in the game. And if one person dies, everyone on that team is supposed to die. But there are odd cases where that doesn't occur. But this thing was a bunch of them in one.
This is very troubling news. This stone, and Arden reemerges or pulls back out the container. It says this stone is supposed to be a remnant of the crossing of the harvester entity. I couldn't grab it. I don't think either of you could as well. It's magnetic. That's how we can kind of keep it tethered here. But Iris can. Iris, I think that you're split not between realities, between universes.
That's not great.
You're taking this pretty well there, I'm not gonna lie.
What? Yeah. What?
Like I'm not sleeping tonight is the thing. It's just like, I don't know, stuff takes time to settle in my mind, and like I don't really know what to say to that. Like it's a lot to take in, and I just can't take that in right now, or I will throw up or something. I don't know.
What about a solution? Is there any way we can help them repair the tether?
I've never seen something like this before.
That doesn't mean it's not possible at all.
No, it doesn't mean it's not possible. Of course, it's possible, and this could all be a strange coincidence as well. No one's ever, of course, you can't meet the harvester entity. You can't have it come over here, or else we'd all be dead and abducted, you know?
I mean, we beat it up until it died, so
This is not
I mean, but
your small
that's
little
just
metal
the thing that
friend.
was here.
what if
If
that
I can say something infinitely more horrifying and potentially infinitely more concerning, I think I've seen it, and I think it's seen me.
Seen what exactly?
The the harvester, maybe?
Okay, well, this is not great. I am so sorry to wrap this up, but unfortunately, I have some work to do on my end. You all,
Yeah,
how much do you know about Caldera?
they run the game.
we only know as far as Brad, but apparently there's higher ups. Brad is some glorified middle manager who's now. Let me be clear. I don't respect Brad. I don't like Brad, but I understand that he's trying his best in the capacity he may have. I don't trust Caldera even a little bit.
I'm gonna have to review some stuff. You folk tread carefully with them, okay?
Thank you, Arden.
That's why I came to you first.
If you hear anything about how we can help Iris, even if it sounds like very dangerous, please let me know. Please.
I will do that.
Okay. Have a good evening, Arden.
All right. And with that, the three of you kind of slowly work your way out of the doctor's office, get back into the elevator, and begin to embrace your new reality. And that's where we're going to leave it for today.